All right, we in here now. Man, we are officially live. What is happening, everybody? If you are here, it is a lot to talk about on today. So if you are here, if you are with me, I need your participation. I need you to let me know that you are in the building, where you're from, what's happening. Oh man, I hate this. Where you're from, what's happening, what's going on. Let me get my camera and stuff together. Let me get everything in order for the most part. All right. Get the light. Let me know if we need some more lighting, whatever. But we are in here. Let me see something. Just want to, live streams ain't gonna look like the professional videos, but we are in here. Tucson, Arizona is definitely in the house. Shout out to Forward Play all the way out in Tucson, Arizona. Man, Indiana, Northeast Indiana. I actually work in Indiana. I actually work out in Maryville. So I was trying to hurry up and get back home so we can talk about all this. Northwest Indiana, Pony Boy is in the house. Man, Cold Blooded Rico, I see you, man. I see you. You all. I got man. Grand Rapids is in the building. G Funk Express. I see you. Wichita, Kansas. Four notches. Whoo, man. It's the last few. I would say the last 24 hours of my life have been very. I can barely say the word notch at this point in the game. Like that's how upset people have been at me. But Plymouth, Indiana is in the house. Hey, cars and cues with Mike. Welcome for the first time, Ozzy, 1986. Man, South Texas is in the house. Maryland is in the house. Man, I just want to say thank you to all you all for joining little old me on this live. And so, man, I wanted to go. I ain't want to play no games today. I'm only gonna be live. If I'm live an hour, I'll be live an hour. But I only wanted to because I know my man Brutal is coming on at 6:30. So I don't want to, I know a couple of us watch his channel as well. And I don't want to cross over to his time out of respect. We both, I just love the channel and I want to see what he's talking about as well. But man, let me get into, so today we're gonna talk about all things Foxbody for a second. And I'm just going to be straight up honest with you all. I'm going to go right into it. You all know the channel. You know what it is. It's what? Blue Oval Media. But let's go straight into it. Let's talk all things Foxbody for a second. Now, the last, since I dropped, for you all that kind of watch the channel, you watch the videos, man, my man B Notch is in the house. B_Notch. Mario. Sabato. Mario is in the house. The world's baddest notchback. That Bimini Blue 1992. That's Mario. He is in the house. Now, for you all that watch the channel, you all know I dropped the notchbacks versus the world. Chad, I see you, man. What's happening? You all know I did that notchbacks versus everybody. Okay. And I really meant everybody. I think one of the things I did not do well after watching that video, I didn't really talk about everybody else. I didn't talk about, let's see, I didn't talk about the Chevy guys. I didn't talk about, guys that drive Saturns. I don't know what these other guys are driving out here that they think their car's fast. I didn't talk about them. And so what happened was I see where I made the mistake. I said notchbacks versus everybody, but I guess everybody thought it was just notchbacks versus convertibles, hatchbacks, and all of those things. So 24 hours later, Gary, I see you. 24 hours later, I'm now in a situation where I think everybody in the world who doesn't have a notchback, that's what has a Foxbody, now wants to, I guess everybody wants to race me now. I don't know what I said to get everybody kind of, worked up, but I mean, I'm gonna talk about it live on today. So let's get into it. My man Brutal made a video. You all saw if you watched the video. I put him in the beginning of the video. My man Brutal made a video, and man, That man called the notchback the Chevrolet Celebrity. And man, when I tell you, uh, I thought it was. And then if you actually watch his video, he talks about how the notchbacks were cars that your mother drove back in the day. So we got the world famous Foxcast Media. Caleb is in the house. The GOAT, the Foxbody GOAT, the Coyote Swap GOAT, the YouTube genius is in the house right now. So y'all show some love to my man. I got celebrities in here. Caleb and Mario are in here at the same time. Man, it's quite amazing. So I said what I said. So he put it out there. He talked about Cosby and Chevrolet celebrities and all of that. And I'll be honest with you, man. When I was watching that video, I was cracking. I thought it was hilarious. Do you hear me? I thought it was hilarious. He also talked about notchbacks being the car that your mother drove when you were young and stuff like that. Man, and he had these videos in the beginning. I thought it was hilarious. And so, as being the channel that has a notchback, I couldn't just let it ride. I just couldn't. It wasn't in me. I literally told him, I said, hey, I'm doing a rebuttal video. And now I just want you all to know, he had access to the video before it was actually released. He had access to the video. So this is why I want everybody here to know, like, him and I ain't feuding or beefing. Like, this was all in fun. I have much respect for him and everybody else with the channel. And him and I, he saw the video, because I would not have released it if he did not, if he thought it was something that, that was bashful or anything like that. So the way you can do stuff on YouTube, you can post a video, you all can't see it, but there's a link to it and you can see it in advance. I gave him the link. He actually reached out to, I got his telephone number and everything. We talked via text message. We're going to talk soon over the phone, but we talked via text message, man. Everything was all good. I did not tell anybody when the video, at the time that the video was going to go live. The video went live. He was the first person to respond. He was the first person to respond. And for everybody that don't know, shout out to my man Foxcast. Hey, that 92 Bimini Blue is calling you, brother. Come on home. Mario, tell him about Bimini Blue. It's calling Caleb. Tell him to come on home, man. We got a seat at the table for him. You know what I mean? In this elite class of notchback holders, we got a seat at the table for him. So anyway, so I put the video out there, and I can be honest with you all. I was at work, and I had this is probably the video that I had the most comments. It's not even a video that has a lot of views yet. Almost had more comments than views, man, because so many people just going in. You had the guys that agree, the guys that disagree, whatever, and I brought out, and then world famous, the next legend is in the building. You all, Brutal Vols, put your hands together. If you're at home, I need you all to do this. We got Foxcast, we got Brutal, and we got Mario, the world's most, it's crazy. So I'm going into it. So like now I'm getting all these comments on YouTube. Now I'm at work. My phone is constantly going off. Next thing I know, man, Brutal repost the video. And now we going in. I'm getting called out. I'm just a good guy. You know what I mean? I'm the good innocent guy. I'm just a good guy. And now I got guys with hatchback sending me DMs. I went live on Instagram today just to let everybody know that I was gonna be live on YouTube. And now everybody in the world wants to race me now. Like everybody that has a car, they just want to race me. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's whatever. So right now, as it stands, don't know if it's gonna happen or not. It all depends on, we got to get the blessing from the GOAT himself. But right now, I got called out to race at Ford Takeover 2021. Mario, man, get out of my comments. So I got called out to race at Ford Takeover 2021. Let me tell you all something. I'm not running from nobody. Now I know you all. I may be new to you all. I may be new to you all, but this I'm not new to this. Like at all. That's what happens when you wear a short skirt. You see what I'm talking about? If you are going to, so this is what I'm going to say to everybody out here. Number one, if you are going to be a part of the Foxbody Club of America, if you're going to own one, man, you better have some huevos. Okay, you better have yeah, like for real. You want to know why? Because if not, you're gonna be offended. You know what I mean? Like you're like you're gonna be offended. Like, dude, like I didn't get offended by none of this stuff. Like, you can't offend me. You know what I mean? Like, you can't offend me. Number one, if you have a YouTube channel, you better have some thick skin, dude. Like, I get hit all the time. And I know this is one topic none of us like to talk about, but I'm a black dude doing it too. You all will be amazed at what some of these guys send me in my DM. But it don't bother me. You know what I mean? I'm all good because I know everybody ain't like that. So these guys are now calling me out. And I'm like, cool. Like I said, I may be new to you all, but I didn't just started. I've been having Fox bodies since '99. Okay, that should tell you how old I was, since I was in high school. I just didn't start with this car. I'm gonna one day do a video on the history of me having this stuff. But man, you know what I mean? Like, this is not new to me. So I didn't just learn how to drive. You know, you can watch one of my videos and see I can somewhat shift. You know what I mean? I can somewhat, go through some gears. You know, I mean, hey, Mario just roll with me a little bit. He know I can do something. I mean, hey, I'm not saying I'm not the fastest guy out here, but I will say this, man. The some of these guys out here, seriously, some of you all, and it's not you all that's watching, but you gotta stop being sensitive, man. Like you really gotta stop being sensitive. Because man, this is all in fun. Brutal was hilarious. I'm replying in fun, like it's hilarious. But like, some of you guys are taking this stuff personal, and some of the stuff that I saw, and like some of the memes and stuff I saw, I'm like, all right, y'all just going a little too far. It's just taking a little bit personal, So, I'm just saying to all you all that had these cars, look, if you're gonna talk that talk, look, if you're gonna dish it out, be ready to take it back. Man, Brutal will tell you, we was commenting for 5 hours yesterday. I woke up to a whole new thread of comments, a whole new thread of comments of people talking smack. Look, I can take it, but just well, but then don't get soft when we dish it back out. I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying I got the fastest car out here. I don't. You all know, I document all. You know what I have. I have a notchback, 700 horsepower rear wheel, maximum motorsport suspension. What's the expensive coilovers in the rear? Mario, what's the expensive coilovers? God dog, what's the name of the people? Viking double adjustable coilovers in the rear. It is what it is. It just is what it is. And so with that being said, I got plans. We got big plans. Like, I made the final decision talking to Mario about this. So Mario is like one of my closest people in here. And he's in here right now, and he has, like I always say, he has the baddest notchback. But man, we was just talking earlier, and I'm going E85 all the way. Do y'all understand when I go E85 what that's gonna do for me? I'm gonna be able to hit 800 rear wheel horsepower. Now, I say that in the most humble way because I don't call people out. One thing you'll know about me, like, I am never the one to start talking that talk or how great or amazing my car. I don't do that. One of the reasons why when I do all of the baddest Fox bodies, the reason you don't see mine in there, because I just don't do it, but what I'm saying to everybody is that, man, I got a street car, man. I did not build my car for the track. My car ain't built for the track. I got a street car. I have a car that I'm going to turn the AC on, turn the music on, drive it, put my wife in it, go back. And then if somebody tries to, call me out in their little whatever they have, man, I can give them the business, like, with no problem at all. And so I just want to say that to everybody, man. Like, I'm shooting for 800. I can get it easily. I got the pulley. I got the whole pulley over there. I just got to make sure I put these PTFE lines on here, and man, we're gonna shoot 23 pounds of boost. We're going with the Holly system. Already talked to who I needed to talk to with the recommendation on what I need to do with that. I'm pulling my Ron Francis kit out. We about to drop the Holly system in the car, you know. And so you're talking about a light notchback with all of this stuff, and I'm gonna be able to, you know, say just do what I need to do. So, hey, you know, this was all. I just wanted to make it clear for the record and go live and say that video was for fun because Brutal opened up the door, and I just was trying to close it because it was his video was hilarious. So Brutal, man, shout out to you for always making great content, man. Because man, that video is still hilarious to me. Like I still thought that intro with the granny cars and all that thing was crazy. You know what I mean? Now I will still talk that talk, you know, because I have never put groceries in my trunk. But that's neither here nor there. We'll keep that. we will keep that. So I'm saying all this to say to everybody, man. Hey, for you all, we are the Foxbodies. I'm gonna say this: Foxbodies are the new '69 Camaros. Let's just call it what it is. We are a part of a different culture. Like we are seeing the values of these things go up year after year after year. So when you see these YouTube channels come out and guys are talking about Foxbody, let me tell you something. I love all things Ford. Let me make that clear. Foxbodies just have my heart. But I'm going for a GT350R next. You know, that's my whole thing. So let me make this clear. When you see these guys with these YouTube channels and they're talking about Foxbodies and they're talking great, this all adds to the demand and people wanting them, which means if you are a owner, listen to me carefully, stop complaining. Like you all are killing me with the fact that you all are complaining. You know what I mean? So much. Foxbody values going up. Oh my God. Why are you charging so much for your freaking coupe that's not worth money, man? Like stop it. Yes, it is. You want to know why? Because you'll see it for a minute. It's not sitting there, and then boom, it is what it is. You could get a notchback. You know what I mean? For $5,000 15 years ago. That same notchback today is probably $25,000. You know, like my man Brutal. It's a seller's market. Yes. If any of us are selling right now, and here's the thing, the reason why this car is going to keep holding value is because they're not making any more. There are not a lot of clean ones left. So if you have a clean one and you're an owner, and it don't matter whether you got a hatchback, notchback, convertible, GT, LX, Cobra, Celine, you know, like, no. Caleb just said there are a few channels here on YouTube that have tried to dip into the Fox game for views. You hear them try to talk about the car and know immediately they know zero. Zero. You want to know why you watch Foxcast? You want to know why you watch Brutal? You want to know why you even watch me? It's because we got a little bit of info about these things. You know, like I said, this was my first 2 cars was a Foxbody. I'm gonna talk about that later, but I had a Lincoln Mark 7. That was my first one. And I had a 91 GT black on black hatchback. Yes, I had one of those as well. Do you hear me? And so I just think that, you know, for us as being like, I know I'm going a little bit deep on today, but man, if you got one of these cars, man, build your car, have fun with your car, talk crap to your friends, talk crap to other people just out of fun. But man, don't get all personal with this stuff, man. It's just not that deep. You know what I mean? It's like people are upset with me. You don't know me from a can of paint. You have no idea. You don't know me. And so it's just very important. Like I'm on this notchback would be my 4th Foxbody, 5th Foxbody, period. My 4th Mustang. And I've had a 91 GT. I've had a 93 notchback, 88 notchback, and now my thing was and I'll tell it to you all, and then when I do my Foxbody history video, so I'll just give a little bit of it now. I used to be heavy into street racing back in 2002, 2003 when the whole Fast and Furious era was out. I was big into street racing, and I was kind of like the quiet street racer, you know. I would roll around with these group of guys. I'll just be honest with you. I was the only black dude with them. And then they would say, hey, we want this guy to race our car. Nobody knew. And then I would beat everybody all the time. And what ended up happening one day was that we were in Collinsville, Illinois for a Mustang show. And I raced a 93 Cobra in another guy's notchback. And I'll never forget, man, I ran this guy, beat him bad. He wanted to run again. And I always had this thing, like I always wanted to be in the lane that was opposite of traffic because I always felt like that would be the thing that would not, cause me to an accident. Long story short, man, all I remember was, man, snatching gears. Next thing I know, I looked down, I saw 120 on the dash. Next thing I know, when I looked up, I'm in the back of a lady's truck. Push a geo tracker a half a block down the street. Towed the notch back up, and that night I went to jail. Took a break after that because I lost my license. I had a CDL at the time, and I'm gonna talk about this in another video. But I had a CDL at the time, lost my license. I was in college, and it was a very turning point in my life. So I took a break from racing, Foxbodies, all that, because I needed to be away from all of it. The people I was cool with at that time, they all kind of turned on me. I had this group of friends who stayed with me, and this group of friends, the one dude I raced was mad because I beat him, and I'm like, dude, I almost died. So all I'm saying is, took a break, and now I got back into it back in 2016. I wanted the black on black 93, and man, I found it, and I have been back in it heavy ever since then. And so this thing is real for me, for real. This thing is real for me. So when I talk about this Foxbody stuff and these Mustangs, I live this thing. Look, you all don't even know this, man, but look, I have a freaking 93 Cobra on my arm. Hold on, I gotta make sure it's the right arm. That's a daggone shame. But it's an old tattoo, but this is a 93 Cobra that I've had on my arm with 2 tires spinning, okay, from 2000, okay? This is a 93 Cobra. It's a snake. It's actually, I'm sorry, it's an 03 Cobra snake with 2 tires on it spinning with a snake out. That's how serious this has been for me. So when you ask about, my validity or anything like that, this is an old, I hate this tattoo because it's ugly now, 20 years later. But this is the life that I live as it relates to Foxbody. So no, I'm not new to this. I just didn't come around. My dream was to always do a 03 Cobra swap. And so that's what I did. And now Whipple reached out to me. That's just, and then the story goes on. You can watch the channel for all the rest of that information. So that's a little bit of background on me. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like I thought, I actually loved the video, the last 2 videos that was made, and I like when we can stir up the community. I like when people are actually talking. I like it when people are getting excited about building their cars. Like these guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, Brutal and Foxcast, man. Before I had a channel, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, my wife can tell you now. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock, I'm watching them on my television. I'm watching Foxcast on the TV, and where Brutal Post is, them the only 2 channels for me. You know what I mean? That I watch consistently. Then some of these other guys came out. You had Gearhead 704. You had what's my man in Texas with the blue 4i hatchback. His channel. I started watching him. Then you got Justin 91 LX. When he was doing his stuff. And then 50 what is it, 50 Tussin, man, I would watch him, man. Like, House of Dula, there you go, House of Dula. Watching these guys actually motivated and encouraged me. And then one day my wife said, you spend all this daggone time and money on this car, why don't you, and my car was documented on a different YouTube page, MCSC Greenwheel, shout out to them. And my wife said, man, why don't you just do it? You've been, so you all don't know this. I'm a senior marketing director full time. That's what I do for a living. So I've had a lot of jobs. I've had a lot of things in my life. I've done a lot, so I've done a lot. So, but that's what I do full time for a living. But the Mustang was just, man, was everything. So she was like, why don't you just do this? So I said, you know what? I didn't have any fancy cameras or anything, no GoPros, none of the stuff I have now. I said, you know what? I'm just going to take this iPhone and see what I can do. A buddy of mine decided, hey, man, I'm going to give you a GoPro. So then, man, we started recording the car. And then after that, man, started picking up, traction on the channel. My Instagram page for my car was getting more known. My only goal was to have the baddest black notchback in the country. That was it. That was it. I'm not trying to have the baddest notchback in the country because for me, that's pretty impossible. Because there are guys out here like Mario, like Tom Clark, like Robert Miller, and all of them. These guys will go way further than I ever would, And that was never it. But I always wanted to have the baddest black Foxbody notchback in the freaking world. That has always been my goal, and it still is my goal. And I want it to be my own. I did not want my car to look like anybody else's Foxbody. I just don't. I wanted my Foxbody to look like, this is the KSD notch when you see it because of this, whatever that means to you. That's what it is. And so that's kind of what drives me, man. So when I started the channel, people started to get inspired. I get Foxbody questions all day. Do you hear me? All day. I'm talking about from the how do you do a 5-lug swap on down to what are the brakes that you use, the wheels, block, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. How do I make my car faster? People want my opinion on what I think about their car. Like that's pretty amazing to me. Like I don't consider myself anybody special like that on that level, but people are really like reaching out to me. You know what I mean? To really expand on their car. This one guy just told me, man, I just went and bought a 93 because your stuff, your channel inspired me. And so that's big for me. This is why I do the stuff that I do. You want to know why? Because my life is dedicated to do God's work, and that's to help people. And so, and that's in several different realms. You know what I mean? In this realm, hey, I wanna help with that. Did any notches come with carpet in the trunk? Mine did. So to answer that question, yeah, mine did. So that's why I do what I do. That's where Blue Oval Media, if you see the logo is actually a GT and a GT 500 merge, because at some point I want to transition over to a newer car, but I'm always gonna have that black notchback. I can't sell that. That would never happen. I get offers on it all the time. I just had an offer for 45K last week. And I said, nah, man, it's not for sale. I done been through a lot with that car. So for you all, first off, who in here in the comments, who in here, Brother Tom, would save the graders? Oh my God. Shout out to all the cheese graters. I just want to use this router. Shout out to all the cheese grater tail lights out there. Brother Tom, I see you, man. You my man. I love you, bro. Shout out to all of the tail lights that look like just like this, man. We gonna start a Greater Lives Matter. Okay, this is the Greater Lives Matter movement. All right, and we want to save them. Okay, so look, shout out to all of the cheese graters out here. Like you all have 72 lights in the back of your cars. All right. So shout out to all of you all. Look, I don't hate on nobody's. I love the GT hatchbacks. I love all of them. Let me just make that clear. I love convertibles. I love hatchback. I love them all. So, but y'all know. Hey, Ford Blue Gauge got a perfect set of cheese graters out there for you all. Hey, if anybody need a perfect set of cheese graters, stop at your local convenience store. They're going for like $13.99 right now. Slap them on the back of your car, then go from there. Oh, Caleb, you did not just tell me to take you did not just tell me to do that. Caleb. This is actually worse than the hatchback notchback talk. I am a true Southsider, Caleb. I'm sorry. I can never take off the Sox hat and put a Cubs hat on. That is disrespectful. I actually have a Cubs hat, but it's in White Sox colors. It's freaking hilarious. Okay. It is hilarious. So, like, my question is, how many people are here? If you have a Foxbody, let me know what year and what you got in these comments. All right. Because like I said, we talking all things Foxbody. I don't want to be too much longer because I know my man is going to start in 30 more minutes. But I kind of wanted to give you all that, from that perspective, man. Like I'm dedicated to this. I got one more year. So my goal is, so you all can know, my goal, I don't even say this stuff on the live, but my goal, I'm located in the suburbs of Illinois, of Chicago. So my thing is, I am trying to finish my car, even though I know it'll never be finished. Derek, we know you got that black thing over there. I got a 1990 and an 89 notch. G-Funk. My man. 1985 GT. Oh yeah, she's Foxy. Oh yeah. Tommy, we just talked. We just talked. 88 notch, 9.5 deck, wins the 5-speed. Love it. Man, 493s. Chad, man, I need to come over to your house. My God. Chad got an 89 GT, 93 LX Vert. Chad, I didn't even know you had that many Fox bodies, man. Corey Pete, I'm a new edge guy. It's all good. You got it. You are a Mustang. You are in the game. Cold-blooded Rico said 331, 86, 4-eye notch. Love the 4 eyes, man. What the 82 tail lights, 4 blue gauge, 87, 79, 86, 91, all notches, 4 blue gauge. Salute to you, sir. Salute to you. No Mustangs yet. All right, well, it's coming soon. Fine Wine, 83 Mercury Capri, 331 strokers, 671 supercharger. Let me tell you another thing I get in trouble for talking about. So me and Mario always go back and forth, push rods versus modular, because I'm a big modular. Darius, I see you, man. I'm a big mod motor person, man. I appreciate push rods, but no, they are not for me. No. They are not adjusting the distributor. Nah. Forget all that. Adjusting rocker arms and all that. Nah, forget all that. I no. Trying to get the timing train. No. Yeah. You all can keep those push rod motors. You keep 5,500 RPM. Nah, that's about all. Nah, those stock 302s. No offense to none of you all. Okay, especially you all that's built stuff and all of that. No offense, but since we're talking Foxbody stuff, I am like, it was either going to be a Coyote or a Terminator swap for me, because I know I'm about to stir up the pot. But I wanted fast, reliable horsepower. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I wanted reliable horsepower. And I was only able to see that in mod motors. Now, I know some of you guys, you don't miss the A9L. Absolutely not. Matter of fact, I don't even want to see a computer in my car again. Do you understand, Tom? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I am literally about to take out the kit, the Ron Francis kit that I have in my car right now with the 03 Cobra computer hooked up to it. I'm about to snatch all of that out because we're going Holly. And I don't ever want to have these issues ever again. Like, no more computers, man. No more. Get those big old A9Ls and A9Ps, all those boxes, automatic 6, man. Get those things out of here. You push rod guys can keep them. Do you hear me? You can keep them. All right. 91 coupe with a 306, man. I love it. But please hear me though. You know, I still have love for the push rods. It's just not for me. It's just not. I don't. And so when you're talking about Foxbody stuff, I had to cross over and learn something that I knew nothing about. Do you hear me? I knew nothing about 03 Cobras. Nothing. All I knew growing up, I worked on cars with my father because he was an alley mechanic, but then he's also worked for Streets and Sanitation, working on trucks for the city of Chicago. But he also had his own little shop in the alley, alley mechanic, whatever. We worked on cars. That's all I knew was push rod stuff. So you got to understand, I got into my accident in 03. And I stepped away from all of this. I actually was into Harleys for a long time after that. And then I kind of walked away from that as well. But all I knew was push rods. So now I had to learn all this Cobra stuff, all this Terminator stuff, and really more so learning the modular motor stuff. I had spent a long time studying modular stuff. I watched Caleb build his car on YouTube before I was even legit with my car. And I was watching how he was doing it, and I knew I wanted to go this route. The only reason I did not do Coyote swap, because I'm going to tell you all, for anybody on here, Coyote swaps are easier to do than a Terminator. Take it from somebody that has done both of them. I've got a buddy that's building the Coyote swap right now. I'm not saying they're easy. I'm telling you it's easier. Or let me take that back. The reason why it's easier is because there is more information for Coyote swaps than it is Terminator swaps. Way more information out there and way more accessible parts. And you don't have to do, I'm not saying how to make this clear. there are some things you still have to customize. But it ain't like on this side. I had a guy tell me, man, Terminator swaps are easy. I was like, oh, okay. Have you done one? No, but I got all the sheets at home. I'm like, if you never done one, please, please, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Liquid SS Snake, man. Hey, send me a DM, man. Let me talk to you for a sec. Holly for the win. I have the HP on my built 4.6. Just swapped from a V7 blower to an on 3. Yikes. I just need to finish it up. You will love the Holly EF. So here's the thing, man. I'm actually going. I was told to, because of what I'm doing with my car, I was told to go the Terminator X setup. I was looking at the Dominator. I was looking at all of them, and I was told by one of the Midwest #1 dealers of Hollies. It was like, man, dude, you don't need all that stuff. Like you are literally all you need is the Terminator X. And because I'm not running alcohol, I'm not doing all that. I'm literally, look, E85, that's it. So yeah, we're gonna go that. So let me tell you all the plans in the future of the channel. You can know that, and then we could just have, and I'll go straight into the comments, the questions, and everything. All right. So if you all got comments or you got questions or whatever you want to ask, to start throwing them in there. Here go my plans. My plans are, I have new seats that are coming in. I had to pre-order them. I've been waiting on these seats for months, and they should be here after the 22nd of this month. So I have new seats. So I'm redoing the whole interior. Well, not the interior, just the front and back seats. I'm going to reupholster the back seat and to match the 2 new front seats that I have coming in. We're going to do the Holly system. I am selling my wheels. That is the final say so. I love the fact that I have the only Adhans DS05 Chrome ones in the country, in the world. But I also hate the fact that I'm seeing more cars somewhat look like mine. And I'm glad I can be an inspiration to people, but I don't want my car looking like everybody else's. And so I am going to swap out the wheels. I have a couple of guys that kind of want them. And I'm just trying to sell them just with the Mickey Thompsons on there. They got 200 miles on them. The new front tires, I think they're BF Goodyear. So it is something. Brand new front and back. I'm getting rid of them. They're gone. We're going to get rid of those. Okay. I'm getting rid of the wheels. I got a set. I'm trying to work out a deal with somebody. If not, I have a wheel company that's willing to work with me as well. So that's what's going to happen. With that, I told you we're going to Holly. I'm changing the injectors. I'm going back and forth between Bosch 210s and ID 1050Xs, just because I'm not familiar with E85. So I know, pros and cons, blah, 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 blah. So I'm just trying to figure that part out, but changing the fuel setup. I am going back to a Foxbody radiator setup. I'm taking the Cobra. So I have a 3-row SVE radiator, but I'm going to take them out. Yeah, Corey Pete, he said, if you're going to run extra accessories, Holly HP. But if it's a simple, straight setup, basic things, a Terminator will be fine. It looks difficult, but easy once you start. Oh, look, we did a Ron Francis wiring kit. That Holly is actually easy in comparison to the Ron Francis kit. You have to put each individual wire into the Ron Francis kit, then run the wires up to the front. Now, I understand that. That's cool. Like, the only thing I want to make sure that with the Terminator X, that I still got to run AC and all that. I still got to keep AC. So yeah. So getting rid of the wheels, Holly, all that stuff. I am possibly. So yeah, Corey Pete, you're 100% right, my buddy. Everybody's been telling me it's a whole bunch of knockoffs of Bosch 210s. I'm only gonna go with companies that my friends have ordered from. So like, if you've ordered, like, I'm not buying. I had a guy that wanted to sell me some, but there's so many knockoffs. I'm like, look, I'm only gonna go with a reputable company to buy the Bosch 210s from. Because the 1050Xs are like $500 more. It's like buying 2 sets of injectors here. They're like $500 more. I'm able to get them for a discounted rate through DNA Performance, something like that. But that's what's gonna be next. Now, my goal is we want to get 800, and then I am trying to tour the country next year. I am trying to go, because COVID shut down everything for all of us in 2020. I'm hoping that we are at least halfway open for outside events because I'm trying. Listen, I am trying to go to my man Chris Long is having a show. That's going to be the first show. It's called Fox Bodies on the Beach. I'm sorry, Ponies and the Smokies would be the first show. Then it's Fox Bodies on the Beach. I want to do Ford Takeover. I want to my own show, Bleed Forward Blue Fest, which is happening on June 19th out here. We're gonna do Bleed my own show, Bleed Forward Blue Fest, Bleed Forward Blue Fest. I can't even say it fast. Bleed Forward Blue Fest, and that's gonna be at the Ford at Sutton Ford at the Ford dealership. I just went up there today. They had a GT 500 track pack. They made a call to me. I just did a video on that. You all will see that next week. Um, I'm trying to go to that. We are doing Mustang Week, you all. We are doing Mustang Week. The Notch will be in the convention center for Mustang Week, which is why I can't play any games. You know what I mean? Like this car has to be 100% ready. Foxtoberfest, absolutely one of my favorite shows was Foxtoberfest, man. We got to do Foxtoberfest. If you all have a Fox body, Foxtoberfest is the one place where you can see 400 Fox bodies. It's the only place I know where you can see that many Fox bodies. And I'm telling you, it is amazing. I'm going to get 800 horsepower. I really want a little bit more, and then I want to actually kind of take a break on the KSD notch. Uh, and let me tell you why. I for 2021 winter 2021, my goal is to do a Coyote swap notch or a Coyote swap O3 Cobra, one or the other. And what I want to do with that, I only want to build it. We'll be at Ponies and the Smokies and got to hit. Yeah, absolutely. That's the same thing I said, Chet. Ponies and Smokies and definitely Ford Takeover. Man, I was going to Ford Takeover, but it was so much stuff happening, especially around Chicago. I actually got a little nervous because of all of everything that was going on. I didn't want to put my car on a trailer, and then somehow my nerves wasn't working that well this past year, and I actually was upset because I saw all the people that made it. But yeah, so that's that. The next car, I'm actually putting my coins together now because I need to come out in 2022 on the track. The KSD Notch was built as a street car to look pretty, but I need to get back to my roots, you know what I mean, of racing. And I want to put a car on the track. I want to put a car on the track. And like I said, it'll either be a Fox body or if I can get an O3 Cobra roller. I almost had one, man. A guy bought it before I could. And I was just gonna keep it until, but like I said, the KSD notch is not built for the track, man. Like I want to drive that car, turn the air on, keep my wife in it. So Bat 1156 said, how much boost are you trying to run to get 800 rear wheel? Between 22 pounds, between 21 and 23 pounds of boost. Currently, right now, I have a 3.5 pulley on my current setup, and it gives me 17 and a half. So I want to see what. So when I had a 4.0 pulley, that gave me 12 pounds of boost at first. It was like that first pull was terrible. It was like 400 something horsepower. It was terrible. Then when we did the 3.5 inch pulley, it gave me the number that I have now, the 700. I have a 3.0 pulley literally in the garage right now. I want to see if that can get me to, anywhere between 21 and 23, run E85. I have a stock lower because when I ran the aftermarket, I forgot the name of that company, pulleys to give you more boost, my belt was kept slipping off. We could not keep the belt on the car. Like, and I had sold the stock crank pulley, and I had to buy a whole. It was disappointing, man. The belt kept slipping off of the crank pulley like every time. As soon as you start the car, bloop, belt everywhere else, but it kept slipping on. As soon as you put the stock one back on, it was fine. I don't know what that was. You will be able to run more time with E85. Absolutely, definitely gonna be able to run more. We're gonna be able to run more everything with that. And so my only issue now is I have to take. Here's my only dilemma. So for you all that don't know, I actually have a Walbro 450 fuel pump. I have a single fuel pump in the car, and it provides all of the fuel I need right now. But obviously for you all that if you know about E85, you lose about somewhere around 30% volume. because it's you know, it's a little bit thicker. So I know for a fact that that pump is not going to work. So I'm in between two thoughts. I'm in between, for you all that don't know, behind bars race cars, they sell a fuel pump that'll take you up to 2,000 horsepower. It's a 750, I forgot the name of it, and it's an in tank pump that they'll sell. They sell that setup. Or I can do a dual 465 03 Cobra tank. You know, if you run, you know, you run two pumps, one go out, you go lean, boom. I know a lot of people. My buddy Nick had kind of convinced me at Streetcar Shenanigans. He said, "Man, if you do that, I've never had an issue with running multiple pumps. We're running dual fuel pumps, and I don't know if any of you guys run multiple fuel pumps or run dual fuel pumps on E85. I didn't necessarily want to go with the On 3 kit because I've seen a couple people complain about it. I'm not saying it's a bad kit or whatever, but I've seen a couple people complain about it. But my heart is kind of stuck on doing the single fuel pump that can give a lot of volume, the single 750 that can give a lot of volume to run. Because I just want to go to the dyno one time. I don't want to have any issues. I am not cutting any corners. And I say that I cut any corners before. It's just before I was having a baby, and my money went to my daughter coming into this world. So that's always gonna be most important for me. So now the baby's here, and I'm in good shape. I just think that I'm in between both. I don't know which one. It's not even. It's really not a money situation. It's just if I'm gonna probably do it, I may. Corey Pete, tell me how you feel about that On 3 fuel kit, because the On 3 fuel kit is actually it's a much, for lack of better words, it's a much cheaper option for you all that don't know. Brandon Tyler, I have a parts car I use for my 90 coupe that I'm going to be selling. It's an 85 roller, not in great shape. What's your opinion on the price I should ask for it? You know what? You should probably send it to me, and then I can tell you. I don't want to just give you a random price, but send pictures anytime. Gearhead 704, we got all the celebrities in the building. Gearhead 704 is in the building. You all, man, one of the greatest YouTube channels out here. Gearhead 704 is definitely in the building. If you want to do me a favor, just send me a DM on Instagram under the either Blue Oval Media or KSD Notch, and then send some pictures. Get as many pictures as you can. I can tell you exactly what you could get for it or things of that nature. Especially if it's a rust-free car. If you got a 85 coupe roller 4i and it's rust-free, you know, it can, you know, it don't matter how great the paint or anything else is. It's just all about, you know, what shape, because somebody's going to paint it or whatever. That's not a problem. The things that we care about, does it have rust? Is it rust around the rails? You know, where all that. There's so many areas that if you have a Foxbody, you know where to look first. I'm opening that hood up. I'm looking around those strut towers. Oh man, let me see what we're working with right here. You know, like that's the first thing I'm looking for. But yeah, we want to see the rust under the car, and go from there, man. But yeah, man, I love 4Is, man. Like I would even take a 4i. I'm gonna swap something. I don't know yet. Corey Pete said it's not a bad system, but you do have to install everything manually, push locks, fittings in, and all. You would need to upgrade the fuel pumps, though. Yeah, which is what I figured, man. Like I'm gonna be honest, I just like easy stuff. Behind bars comes, pump inside the tank, bloop, hook the lines up, run the lines to the front. I already have a 6 return and an 8 feed right now on the car. I don't want to do nothing but just take this tank down. Zip this in, well, screw this in, lift the tank back up, run the the pipe in from the y'all know, the freaking gas tank. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm tired. I've been up since 4:30. I went to the gym early. All right, so and then the blow off valve is pure junk. Oh, really? Orange One soda. Are you talking about on the On 3 kit? Are you talking about the oil creek? If you're talking about that, so here's the thing: cell in trunk or hatch. Let's ride. I would never put a fuel cell in my trunk. I wouldn't put a fuel cell in my trunk. And the reason I don't want to put a fuel cell in my trunk is because now I'm trying to run I'm trying to put in my spare tire the kit that when you put the ice in, so that you can keep the supercharger cool when you're like running consistently. So my thing is, man, I'm trying to be the Dino King for 2021 when I go to these shows, man. I'm trying to hit every time. I want to see 800 and something every time. Oh yeah, you all do me a favor, give it up for Gearhead, man, and putting that motor in his car, man. And like, dude, Gearhead is learning this stuff, man. I'll see you out here, dude. Like that stuff is like I watch all your videos, bro. So you know you're another one. You wasn't here earlier when I was speaking about. I actually shouted you out. But man, just seeing you kind of get through this stuff and learn it, it's nothing like when you put your own car together. I'm not saying I can't take all the credit for my car. I've had people help me. One of the guys, Mario, helped me. Walt, Darius, you know, these guys helped me. So it's a lot of guys that I can mention that helped me. I just had some help this weekend, you know, but you know, to see Gearhead put that car together and to learn this stuff, man, it's priceless, man. When you put it together and then it starts up and you can drive, man. You know what I mean? It's no other feeling like it, man. I'll be honest with you all. For the first time, I had to go. We went to a show, Cars and Coffee. I have a video for that. For the first time since I've had the channel, I'm actually 4 videos ahead. I got like all these videos to release. I actually enjoyed driving the car. It wasn't hot. It wasn't. I literally got to drive for a whole hour, and there was a level of peace that I got from driving that car. It's nothing like building your own and actually driving it yourself. There's nothing wrong with somebody else building it and you driving it as well. Do what works for you. But for you guys that can put your car together and you have somewhat of mechanical skills, man, look, get out here and at least try. You talk about somebody that didn't know nothing about Terminators and O3 Cobras. Man, now I got all the knowledge in the world because I actually learned on the job and did the research that I could. And then some stuff was just trial and error. You know, I'm going to be honest with you all. I lost a lot of money trying to figure it out. Now, all the guys that do Terminator swaps, that they sending me DMs. Like, well, can you tell me how to do this? I'm like, yeah, because if I can help save somebody money, you know, I wish it was somebody I could have. I will say this, the one guy who had a YouTube channel, Jay Witt. Jay Witt had a black Terminator swap Foxbody. I know he crossed over to the LS side, but I will say this. Jay Witt was one of the few people that actually did help me when it as related to some of that stuff, man. When I was running into problems with headers, steering shaft, man. You all know one of the biggest problems I had with that daggone car was I had bought 3 different sets of headers for that car. Because the steering shaft on a Foxbody is not the same. You know, I used the Maximum Motorsport steering shaft. The issue was I could not get the freaking steering shaft. The set of BBK headers I had wouldn't go. So I had to take all that stuff off, go back to Shorty's and do this just so I could get the car running. Then Jay Witt was the one that told me, hey, if you actually go with the Mac headers, because Cooks was just a little bit too expensive for me at the time. They were like $1,400. And that was when the budget for me was just very, very tight, you know. And so, I'm a Chevy guy. I'm just about to say hey, man, what's happening to you, man? Hey, we accept everybody, man. So shout out to you. SN95 Cobra brakes into a 92 Fox. Brake booster change needed. I don't. SN95. See, I did 03 Cobra brakes, so that's why this one is a little tricky. But I would say no. I would think no, only because. Nah. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna be honest. That is one I don't know. Because I think I did change my booster. I think I did check all that stuff out. I believe. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I mean, you know what? I can look that up. I forgot what I did. But yeah. So G Funk says, gotta be careful building a car on emotion sometimes. Yeah, man. So y'all don't know, man. I missed all of 2000 and so this is 2020, right? I missed all of 2019 because I just kept running into issues with that car. First time I started the car up, because the motor was actually, so you all don't know this, my motor only had 200 miles on it. It was actually from an 04 Cobra that got wrecked. Yeah, Foxcast answer that. And what ended up happening, man, it was rust all in the coolant. It took me 70 flushes, no lie, to get all of that. It was just like literally a month ago where I was able to look at the coolant and it was no rust. So I kept running water. Run water, let it run, drain it, coming out brown. Run water, drain it. So the guy that had the motor crashed the car, and he kept the motor since 2004. It's 03. It happened in '03, but he's had the motor since '04. Kept it, and I was able to get it from him. So when are you going to start to break down your car down, and are you going to post a rebuild on YouTube so we can follow? So my tear down is actually, so I'm waiting for Black Friday, all right, and then I'll let everybody go because Brutal will be live in 5 minutes. I'm waiting for Black Friday. I don't know if anybody's going to go on sale because I'm really trying to get the Holly if I can for a Black Friday price. I'm really trying to get injectors if I can for a Black Friday price, even if it's 30, 40, $50 off. I'm really just trying to wait. I'm ready now, but I'm just trying to wait. My seats are supposed to ship 11/22. Okay. 11/22. So what happened is that once all of that comes in, so literally I would say, man, if I had to gauge, December. So I'm doing one of the videos that's going to come in 2 weeks. It's kind of what I'm kind of talking about with you all. I'm going to go over every change that I'm going to make. I just decided to do this live with you all, and I'm kind of talking about it. So somebody just asked me, are you going to get a quarter mile slip? I kind of addressed that earlier with saying, man, I really never built that car to go on the track, man. You talk about, I got a 93 black on black notchback, one of 777. I'm not saying that anything can happen. Now I get down on the street too, and I know anything can happen there. But it's something about me and that car. It wasn't built for that. It was built literally for shows. It was built for the street. It was built for the street and shows, and for me and my wife to enjoy. That's really my only purpose, man, was to build it. And then if somebody pulled up on me, I've heard a lot of feelings. Okay, I've heard a Hellcat on the expressway. I've heard a lot of feelings, man. Some of these guys, and then some guys will pull up on me, and I just let them go because I don't feel like even wasting my gas on some of these guys that pull up in some of their cars, man. I've had a freaking Cavalier roll up on me one time. I'm like, dude, you need to go home. Okay, I will embarrass you and your girlfriend. Stop it, like for real. Yeah, would have saved a lot of bloody knuckles and wives if would have had, man. Yeah, if YouTube was out or if there were more YouTube videos on the stuff that with Terminators, I would have been a little bit more advanced. That's why I said I can appreciate what Foxcast and all them do, because I can go back watch them videos and learn a whole bunch about coyote swaps. Man, it was nobody out here with Terminator swaps. Nobody. So yeah, man. So man, I'll end it here. I just want to thank you all. Yeah, but just so you all can know, and I clear it up. I love all Foxbodies. I love all. I'm just a Ford person. You're talking about somebody that's got an F-150. You're talking about somebody that has a notchback. You're talking about somebody that wants a GT350R. Once me and my wife decide what we're going to do in life as it relates to if we're going to stay in Illinois or not, because we may move to a different state. Once we decide that, then I'll decide on getting that bigger purchase. But most importantly, man, I'm building a car for the track. And that's what all that car is going to be. I'm not caring about. No, I don't care. It don't have to be pretty. It just has to be solid. I'm building a car for the track. And once the end of this season, once the end of 2021 happens, after Foxtoberfest, man, I'll put that notch up. I may drop some cams in it next year, but that'll be the only thing. Maybe some stuff I want to do with the engine bay, but outside of that, I'm not trying to get into. I'm not kidding, Caleb. You don't have to tell me, brother. Like, you don't have to tell me, man. Like, I do not. I've been here all my life, and it's not it for me. I'm trying to get. Man, Texas has been calling me for a long time. Georgia has been calling me. I just have to make a decision. Because A, is better weather. B, shut up, Mario. A, is better weather. B, I can do this stuff a little bit longer. I can do it a little bit more year round. So yeah, but like right now, you all, it's 30 degrees outside right now, and probably where some of you all are, it's 70 something. But it's either gonna be somewhere Georgia or Texas, man. I got family in Texas. I got family in Georgia. And yeah, man, Caleb, man, you told me, man, where you was from. I was like, dude, I couldn't believe that. I'm like, man, that's amazing. But you understand, because this weather, you all, when it's over with out here, it's over. We call it the Hulk. When that Hulk hits you and this cold weather come, it is over with. Okay. Would y'all stop saying, Sam, my hoodie, get out of here. You're going to miss Chicago. I would say this, man, there'll probably be some things I'll miss about it, but there's some things I'm not gonna miss as well. You talking to, I don't like to talk about this stuff on this channel a lot, but you talking about a guy that grew up on the south side of Chicago the majority of his life, and saw things that I probably don't want to ever talk about, and so, and now I'm not in that anymore. Like I don't live out there anymore. Like I live in the suburbs now. I mean, I'm not that far. Chicago's right the next city over, but it's not the same thing. So, but yeah, man, you talking to somebody that wants to, for my daughter's sake, and I'll let you all go. For my daughter's sake, I got a 14-month-old daughter. When was the last time it snowed? April. It's about to. It's going to snow. The snow is coming. Trust you me. We get snow all the time. But for me, man, outside of this, my next video. So I'm gonna give you all this, and I'll let you go. One of my next videos is gonna be called "Family Over Foxbodies," and the importance of all this Foxbody stuff. Cool. All this Ford stuff is cool, man. But it's not more important than my family. It ain't more important than my spouse. It ain't more important than all that. So I hope you all don't spend so much time with your cars that you miss out on the things that are most important, you know what I mean, which is your family. My daughter needs to see a stand-up guy, and she's going to see that in me. And my wife deserves all the love in the world. And so I'm big on that. You all call me soft, weak, whatever, but, that's your opinion or whatever. That's how you feel. I'm going to take care of my family, and I'm going to always keep them safe and keep them in a safe environment. That's why I'm concealed and carry. Okay? Thank you. So, man, I hope you all, man, I thank you all for joining me on today. Man, I'm gonna probably start doing these things more. If you all got some questions that you want me to talk about, some topics that you wanted me to talk about, man, we'll start doing it. I don't want to say I'll do it every week, but man, these lives are pretty cool. It gives me the opportunity to actually connect with you all. And look, when we go to these shows, man, pull up on me, run up, say something to me, man. Hey, I'm Chet. I'm Chet. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm young lad. Hey, I'm Zay. You know what I mean? Like whatever. Hey, I'm retired MSG. I mean, like, oh yeah, my man, you want to like say something to me, man. I'm one of those personal people. Like I like talking to people. I really like talking to people. So 2021, we out there. You see Mario, we rolling, man. We going on tour. You gonna see 2 white F-150s, 2 white Harley Davidson F-150s with a blue one on the back and a black one on the back. I'm gonna put big old blue over media somewhere on it as well. But you're going to see us out here, man, going to these shows and all of that. I want to meet you all, man, because you want to know why? You all made this thing possible. You all subscribe to the channel. And, man, I'm not one of those guys, dude. I'm not one of those snooty, I don't want to talk. Get away from me. Like, nah, man, I want to talk to the people that has helped me do this, and that helps support. I want to talk to you, the people that follow my Instagram page, man. I just literally hit 5,400 subscribers on YouTube. I just hit 5,000 the other day, and now I'm at 54. And I just hit 15,000 Instagram followers. That's big for me, man. So thank you all. I'm done talking because this thing could go all night. I'm done talking. You all know where to follow me at Blue Oval Media on Instagram, at KSD Notch on Instagram. Man, I want to thank you all so much, man. Like, for real. Man, love you all. You all be blessed. May God bless you. Peace out.